Alright, truth and love, y'all. Truth and love. Peace, peace, y'all. Before I get started, because I am using cards today, Divine told me to just bust these things out. So, what I would like to do first is just sit with your spine straight, breathe deep, and slowly exhale. Alright? Do your best to clear your mind, your thoughts, your feelings. Just ground yourself in the moment. There is no past. There is no future. There's only now. Okay? So in this moment, enjoy it. Enjoy the very moment. The reason why, and I think I'm going to start my readings like this from now on. The reason why I say this is because I know many of us have a tendency to watch a lot of tarot readings and oracle readings and channel messages and listening to just everybody's messages, no matter if they're channeled or not, you know what I'm saying? Or it's always channeled, but but at the end of the day, excuse me, I want to remind you that no matter what I say, it's not the end all be all. For you to have your own discernment, whatever truly resonates with you. You don't have to take every single thing I'm saying and say and try to make anything fit where it doesn't belong. Okay? Also, I'm not going to be gender specific. I am actually very gender specific. Like if I see a woman, then it's a woman. If it's a trans woman, if I get that download specifically that it's a trans woman or trans man, whoever, then I'll say that. Okay? I use he and she. If I'm guided to, I'll be more specific. If I'm getting a more specific download that is somebody trans or non-binary, whatever, then I'll say it then. Okay? If you still feel like that resonates with you, whether I get specific with it or not, then just take that if that truly resonates with you. Okay? But I feel like it's good to just chill. A lot of work, a lot of school, a lot of kids, a lot of shit that's going on. And it's good to just ground yourself before we get started. All right? I prayed after I pulled I prayed before I pulled the cards out. I prayed over the cards. I'm going to pull out more cards as I go. And I got some channel messages before I start. I saged. It smells good in here. It feels good in here. I feel good. So let's get it. All right. Channel messages. I'm hearing don't wear red if you ain't ready. I'm not going to get too specific on the messages either if I decide to break it down. Whatever resonates with you is whatever resonates with you. So whoever that resonates for, cool. Something about a toilet. I don't know if you got like a broken toilet or like you keep doing something to the toilet, you keep fucking with it. Just call the plumber already. A lot of heaviness in the middle of the body. A lot of heaviness in the middle of the body, as if to say the balance you have found for yourself is not good enough, or like it's something about perfectionism. You're more balanced than you think. You're more balanced than you give yourself credit for. So please, just, I heard be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be easy with yourself. Okay? Um, so I'll show you the cards. We're gonna get to it. I got the Aboriginal deck, Aboriginal Spirit Oracle. Okay, we're using that. We're gonna be using Work Your Light Oracle. All right, by Rebecca Campbell. This one was by Mel Brown. Dragon Oracle cards, Diana Cooper. Okay, these are all Oracle cards. And Cryon, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Lee Carroll. Okay, this reading I feel like is gonna be long. Okay, so be patient. But Spirit has got a lot to say. And if you guys do resonate with my stuff, please like it, share it, comment if you want, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Okay, ring my bell. All right. All right. So out of the Aboriginal deck, I got 2 sets. All right, up at the top here, and I don't usually do reversals, only from guided to, but we got Stillness in reverse. Pay attention to the colors too. Stillness in reverse. We got Windfall. Okay, and we got Sadness. What this immediately spoke to me was that this Stillness in reverse, Spirit is saying, you need to be patient. I'm talking to somebody out there who is, I'm hearing the word obliterated by your own impatience. Okay, because at the end of the day, this windfall is inevitable. You gonna get your shit. Okay, this windfall is inevitable. You're gonna get your shit because it's owed back to you. Okay, but the problem is, despite its inevitability, if you do not choose to be still because you're so impatient, you are so in your fear of the unknown and stuck in your what ifs, that even if you got your windfall, you're gonna go through sadness because you are gonna lose it. You're gonna lose your shit. And we know what's so funny? I don't know if I'm picking up on somebody specific, but it's like for the past maybe like 2 months I've been saying this, but more so this past week, I've been picking up on somebody or a group of people who have experienced, I heard pleasure. It has experienced everything there was to experience in life so far. But specifically with money, you've been so successful with money before that, and this is for a specific group of people, you've been so successful with your money before and somehow you fell. Somehow, because there was many lessons you have missed, and a lot of past life lessons I'm getting that you missed, didn't see, whatever. You lost all your shit. And when I say lost all your shit, I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's just how I talk. Because I do curse in my readings. If you don't like it, you can definitely go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of beautiful readers out there that really do care. But you have lost everything that you earned. Or maybe didn't earn. Maybe you were an heir or something. Or you had an inheritance that did pass down to you. Whatever the case was, you had it and then you lost it. Okay. So as you're trying to rebuild, please learn your lessons. And you're not going to learn your lessons if you are not going to choose to be still within yourself. Being still doesn't necessarily mean to stop yourself in your tracks from what you're doing. It means for you to keep going in life. But wherever your spirit guides call you to be still, that's where it's best for you to take that guidance. You can't say spirit guides and then not follow the guidance. You see what I'm saying? Whatever you do, notice that these are all blue cards. These ones here that I pulled out, they're all blue. He even got blue, a blue cloak on, or a blue robe on. I'm speaking to a speaker here. Blue, all in the fucking background. Blue, you might be going through the blues. These are your blues right here, because these are the problem cards that I made up 2 piles. That pile right there is the problem pile. Okay. And then the pile on the bottom is to get messages on how to clear it up. But I'm picking up you are some sort of a speaker. You do something with your throat chakra. I'm picking up that some of you are school teachers, and you don't like the school you work at. Side note, my messages can get extremely specific, and I can talk to like 6. I can talk to one person this entire reading. I can go through tabs of like 6 to 7, 8 different people. All right, and then some of it is just throughout, woven in, is very general. So, like I said, take what resonates. But I feel it at your school. At your school. Okay. Wow. The downloads are just like boom, boom, boom. At your school, as a teacher, you don't like the way they treat you. You don't like their rules. You don't like them at all. You don't like the board members. You don't like most of your other co-workers. You especially don't like the fucking gym teacher. Oh my God, what a prick. Wide shoulders, buff chest, big ass gut, talking all this shit, bravado in the hallway, got this dirty blonde scruffy face, especially in the goatee area, that like that Tom Selleck porno mustache, but it looked like he dipped his face in like dirt cereal or something like that, and just having at it, you know what I'm saying? Stained thick ass eyebrows. I mean, this man is a pain in the ass, man. Always standing in at the door, just with his hands crossed and everything, just looking down the hallway, but looking down on people. You know what I'm saying? He's a prick. You especially don't like him. I'm picking up that you're a male teacher, tall, slim. You like to dress nice. You like to be casual too, so you're in between casual and dressing nice. But I do see like slacks and a button down and everything. I'm getting you're a history teacher, or you wish you could have been a history teacher. You might be an English teacher, a history or an English teacher, but either way your passion was history. The thing about you is that you didn't. You're angry. You're so angry. Please be careful of what you say. Please be careful what comes out of your mouth. You may lose your job, but as you may lose your job, and that might happen anyway, depending on, you don't want to lose the respect of your students. So it's not like you have to take a rose and then have a note or a letter with that rose saying, please stop being such a prick. Please let me have my own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Please excuse the thorns that I intentionally left there for you to grab while I'm giving you this beautiful rose. Like, Take it easy, please. Like, I feel your anger and you want to say something so bad. It's such a drone energy. You're realizing, see, when you were a student, I'm picking up that you felt the same way. You didn't like what the teachers taught. You didn't like how the teachers treated the students because you knew that they were miserable. You were always a chosen one. You were always that one that had those extra questions and those extra thoughts. You were always the one that challenged your teachers and students. You challenged anybody all day. You hated school. You damn near didn't pass. You damn near didn't graduate just because you were like, yo, this has nothing to do with my fucking soul. You used to embarrass the teachers, and you didn't do it on purpose. You just used to embarrass the hell out of them with the questions that you would ask because none of the answers they had. And they couldn't find it in their little, in their bullshit answer books. Okay? But in this stillness, what I'm picking up on specifically is that in your stillness, you are to go inside yourself. Do what those teachers that you wanted to look up to didn't do. Do what they didn't do, which is to go inside yourself. You break that chain. When you go inside yourself and you have a seat with yourself, aka you're having a seat with God, you're having a seat with all yourselves. But specifically your childhood self, your teenager self. I'm getting specifically 15 and 16 years old, high school. And I'm not telling you what to do, but I am speaking as if I am your spirit guides. I am channeling this shit. Your spirit guides are saying, you have to go and sit with your younger self and start doing some forgiveness work. Like I said, this windfall is coming inevitably. Would you rather get your windfall, whatever your windfall looks like? Would you rather get your windfall while you are clearer minded and cleaned in the heart? Or are you still trying to operate in a hurt space like your old teachers did and your current co-workers are, and how you don't want those students to end up? Okay? Please do not jump the gun. Don't have outbursts the way you did when you was a kid. When you was a kid, you had no problem belting out what you needed to say. Now, you were smart and you were methodical about it. You kind of played chess back in the day. Okay? And knew when to speak and knew when to not, but at the same time, you broke every rule and you spoke when you wasn't supposed to anyway. Outburst. Just break that pattern, because what's going to happen is you're going to fall into a place of subtle arrogance. And it's that same arrogance that either had you lose your shit last time, or if you ain't never had nothing to lose, you're going to fall into that subtle arrogance that everybody else has. And what's going to happen is you're going to get stuck in the pool of arrogance. You're going to keep getting hit with arrogant people left and right, as if you can't catch a break. But your break is yours to make. The break that you want is the break that you're making for yourself. Break the chain, make a breakthrough, break down the walls of your younger self and say, yo, these bricks need to come down. We need to fuse together as one now. I forgive you for the way you acted, but I also see you and I love you. Have compassion for yourself. Okay? So we're gonna that was a very specific message for somebody. Please be patient. Like, I know you're seeing stuff in the school you don't want to see. I'm getting a daycare too. You're seeing things in this school and you're saying to yourself, how the fuck are these students gonna be better than us if we're not teaching them any better. You're still on your chosen one shit. And the thing is, okay, so the thing is, you are a history teacher, or you are, either way, English or history, but you study history regardless. And there's shit in those books where you're looking at it and you're like, I knew this was bullshit. I knew this was bullshit. And you were hoping by the time you got older and when it came your time for you to be a teacher, that things will have changed. To an extent, yes, things have changed, but not for the better, not within the system. And you thought that you can make a major change. You have helped out many students. Give yourself some credit. Breathe, inhale. Give yourself some credit, okay? Because you've given your students extra love. And whether you get fired or whether you choose to leave, they will always remember you, and they will fucking find you, and they will celebrate you. They'll celebrate you behind closed doors too. Yup. Those students will always remember and appreciate you. So no matter what you choose to do, you may even write a book. Write it. You've been thinking about writing a book. I see an old typewriter, and something about that typewriter gives you so much joy. Something about that typewriter. Oh, I'm feeling like I want to cry. Something about, oh, your grandma left you that. You are an 80s baby. I'm picking that up. You might be a late 80s baby, like 80, 86, 87, 88, 89, or 85. Or your grandmother could be 85. I'm not sure, but you are like a mid 80s baby, and you do remember those old school typewriters when there was no such thing as internet back in the day. Yeah, I remember that shit. But that typewriter gives you like heart palpitations. It's like, you know, in the cartoons where you see, like, you know how, like, oh, you know, Pepe Le Pew always loves that damn cat, you know what I'm saying? And the heart like bumps out. Where you see that in cartoons, that's what I feel like your heart is doing every time you see that typewriter. And in your past life, bro, I'm picking up on you hard. I don't know who you are, but I'm picking up on you. I'm picking up on your fucking past, present, and future up in this piece, man. Because in a past life, you were a serious writer. I'm seeing newspapers. Wow. You loved to journal. You loved to write. You were very good at what you did, man. You were a great writer. But the fear, you gotta let go. I'm hearing campaign, so you might have also did something political in terms of writing. You might have written speeches for any up and coming senators or mayors and stuff like that. But you also, I'm seeing the sun, like you were the light, no matter where you go. Like, wow, you shine, man. You shine whoever you are, man. And but you were a famous typist, but you were also known for standing up for yourself and standing up for shit that wasn't right. Okay. If you would like a personal reading, you can come hit me up, because I got to get to the rest of these cards. Holy shit, I spent 24 minutes and 7 seconds on your ass, man. Whoever you are, which is good, man. I pray this message finds you with joy and peace. I hope that this isn't too loud. Give me a second. This is nice. Some singing bowls on in the background. Whew, okay, so, but for anybody else, generally, please be still. In your stillness, you are meant to not jump the gun. You may be seeing signs when you walk down the street, or you're taking a drive, or wherever you're going, you're seeing slow down. And you're saying to yourself, well, it feels like I'm not fucking doing enough. So how the fuck am I slowing down? What else do I need to slow down? Slow down your thoughts. Okay? Find a way to work on your chakras, specifically your third eye and your crown chakra, your upper chakras. You're overthinking. You're overthinking, overanalyzing, going, like you just don't stop. Please remember your breath. Your breath is very powerful and healing. That is a power, and you do not have to pay to breathe. Okay? Because this windfall is coming inevitably. All right? For some of us, the windfall is not going to come until we get our shit together. For some of us, this windfall will come because you might be in the middle of a court case, or you might have just won a court case. That check is coming through the mail, or it's coming through however it's coming through. But you're gonna experience sadness if you just keep jumping the gun. I'm getting with this stillness here in reverse. That whole purpose of you being still for the collective is that there is a lot of hurt. There's a lot of old hurts that's still in your system, that if and when you get this windfall, you may not even, for some of you may not even lose your windfall. But for some of you, you might lose your fucking mind, because you won't break your own chains. You won't break your own patterns. And that hurt that you have felt for a long time, if you do not remove it, you will be hurt. You will be mentally hurt. You could be physically hurt. Somehow, some way, you're going to hurt yourself, and you can have $2 million. You could have won a $2 million lawsuit, had to pay off whoever you had to pay off, whatever. You got like, $1.5 million, but you're still going to be sad as fuck. You're not going to be happy, because if you jump the gun, you may get your windfall, but you may lose some people, or you may lose your fucking mind. Hence, and still, you may lose some people. You may lose something extremely valuable because you chose not to go inside yourself and be still where stillness is necessary. Okay? So that's general for everybody. We're still on this Aboriginal deck here. This is a beautiful read so far, and I'm very grateful. Thank you to my benevolent forces. You're welcome, Spirit. Okay, so we have compassion in the upright. Stay compassionate. Understand that, I'm getting the pain in my left side. When you go inside yourself, or when you start to do self reflection, and you're just doing the inner work necessary for you to heal yourself, be compassionate with yourself, please. See, the heart chakra is green, but there's also pink in the heart chakra. Okay? You're still scared. You see that, Key? You're not gonna. You have to find a way to unlock your heart. You're not. But that chain says hurt. You have to unlock. And like I said, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm just saying that the way Spirit is have me give it to you. You have to find a way to unlock your heart. Okay? The key is forgiveness for yourself first. You're so busy trying to forgive everybody else that you don't take the time to forgive yourself. You don't forgive your shadow self. You don't forgive your ego self. You don't forgive your childhood self. That is like probably the strongest message out of this whole shit. Forgive your childhood self. It doesn't matter what age your childhood self. It could be 19. You may legally be an adult, but you were still a kid. I'm sorry, if the word teen is still in your age description, you're a fucking kid in my mind still. You know what I'm saying? In that sense. It's getting hot. All right. But be compassionate with yourself. You can't expect your co-workers, your family, you can't expect anybody outside of yourself to have compassion if you haven't leveled up on your compassion. Because if you think about it, right? Whether you're a history teacher or whatever, we're teachers and students inevitably. We're teachers and students inevitably. We're always learning and we're always teaching whether we know it or not. Okay? I'm picking up on even if you're nonverbal. All right? Because somebody may be attracted to this reading who, you don't necessarily have to be autistic. You could be a mute. Because like I said, this problem pile is all blue. It's all throat chakra shit. And that's just what I'm calling it for now. Excuse the ads that like to comment out of the absolute blue. But if you think about it, you want people to be compassionate, right? And you're having a hard time because you feel compassionate within yourself. But you can't, if you know yourself to be a leader, you can't, or you don't really want to really teach anybody who isn't open to compassion. You're going to be on the same level of compassion as everybody else and then expect them to step up their game, but you not. If you're a leader, you got to be the one to level up first so they can see you're a living example. You signed up for that. Okay? Okay. I'm trying to figure out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read two different decks. So with that compassion card, I'm also gonna use the Work Your Light deck that I have with each card. Okay? On top of the compassion deck is Soul Family. It says, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Alright? You feel lonely even when you're around people. I'm talking to somebody who's just now starting to wake up right now. This is not including the teacher. Everybody is waking up on their own time. I am picking up on somebody or a group of people who is in their late 30s to late 40s. I'm seeing as late as 55. You guys are just starting to really wake up. You guys are really just starting to see how fucked up these systems have been. And you've been a loner. You never understood why that even when you were at I'm specifically picking up on Spanish family gatherings. You can be Ecuadorian, red, blue, and yellow. Those are beautiful colors to go together. Oh, and that blue is in the middle. Very important. You still love speaking your truth. I'm talking to people who speak. Even for people who are silent, you still say a lot through your actions. This collective is a bunch of speakers here. You don't necessarily have to chase the stage, but you bring the stage wherever you go. Okay, I always tell people when I perform or wherever I go, where I used to teach creative writing, and I tell people your voice is the microphone, and wherever you stand is the stage. Okay, the spotlight is on you whenever you want it to be. And you always had the spotlight. I'm seeing that sun again. You always had the spotlight. I'm picking up on somebody specific now, in this particular family, Ecuadorian family. Your family's very traditional. I'm also picking up on something called, it's a tea. It's a tea called traditional medicinals. It's a very powerful tea, and there's a few of them. You got elderberry, you got respiratory, you got throat coat, you got cold care, and there's a couple of more. There's a couple more, and I actually used those before to help me cure myself of COVID twice. So they are extremely powerful. But that throat coat, I use that myself for clearing my throat and shit. Um, that would be very good for you guys to use if you would like to clear your throat chakra better. But this soul family that I'm picking up on, even though you loved and love your family, whether you still talk to them or not, I'm still picking up that you are definitely still talking with at least a few of them. Not all of them like you used to be. You don't go to the gatherings. You went this holiday. Some of you didn't. For some of you, it's been a while, but for this one specific that I'm picking up on, you do still talk to your mother. You're 55. You're the one that's 55. I'm picking up on you. And honestly, I might have seen you in my dreams before. You or a sibling of yours in my dream. Now that I'm speaking this out loud, but you're just starting to realize specifically how fucked up and corrupt the religious system is. And you watch your family in the background. You always have, like, you were the one at Thanksgiving always, or any gathering where everybody would pray and bow their heads. You didn't bow your head because you were observing everybody. You were observing their energy. You were observing the stillness. You were observing everything that was going on. And you didn't want nothing to do with it. You didn't want to be rude. You didn't want to tell them that. That one thing, I'm seeing a thorn. There's a thorn right here in your throat chakra. Let's take that monkey out. Okay. All right. Let's take that out. Okay. Forgive yourself for having to pretend to be something you weren't just so that you wouldn't upset your family. Okay. You knew better, but you didn't, because you didn't have any kind of support on your side. They would have looked at you like you were crazy had you told some of your family some of the things that you were able to see. I'm getting you very clairvoyant. And there's some people in your family. Man, there's so much downloads. I'm picking up on you hard. Your family has a major curse on them. They're good people, but there's a curse in your bloodline that you gotta break. It does involve the throat chakra, and that just goes for the collective in general. Any generational curse or any curse in your bloodline that you have to break is gonna be through your throat chakra. Do not be afraid at this time to speak up. You have to now. Okay? Forgive your childhood self for feeling like they weren't able to speak up. But calling your soul tribe, you don't have to do it alone. You always felt alone. You have fun. You're a female, and you have more male cousins and siblings than you do females. So that was another reason why you felt like you couldn't really fit in, but you loved them very much. They protected you very well, and that's why you're scared. You're scared to lose them. You're scared to lose their respect. But would you rather have the respect of them or God's respect for you to go on the mission He wants you to go on? Okay? God comes first. And you know that. You know that to be the truth. You may not like how religion serves, but either way, you know God is number one. So Always put God number one and keep him there. Um, Eventually we have to let our loved ones go. And it's no disrespect to your cousins. I'm seeing they used to roughhouse you though. They protected you, but they love throwing you on the couch. You know what I'm saying? You giggled at it a lot. You took a lot of the punches, so to speak. They didn't actually punch you, but they roughed with you quite a bit. But they loved you. They cared for you. I'm seeing you're the baby out of the family too, or you're like one of the three younger ones. I'm seeing it's the females that are younger than the males in this family. But let's keep going. All right, so that's that. I would like a sweet tart. Sweet tart for the sweet tooth. mm. Yummy. I love sweet tarts. Okay. So for achievement, here's the thing about achievement. Whoever I'm speaking to, you know for a fact that you're going to be successful. You know that. The problem is this initiation card is in the reverse. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. The fact that this is in reverse, you feel like whatever you achieve is not going to be enough for you to be initiated into God's kingdom. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. You bugging. You bugging. Because you know that rite of passage, that's your rite of passage. There is no point for you to be successful for you to not be initiated. Okay? Even people who are, and I'll say this for lack of better terms at the moment, even for people who have turned against God and still have their divine gifts and powers, will have some sort of achievement and will be initiated into something. The devil might initiate them instead of God. But either way, with whatever achievements that we have, we're going to be initiated into something. I want to say my friend, but that's not how I talk. It's like I'm patting you on your back. It's like, you need to relax. This card, this is funny for me. This is funny. And look at that. Look at how, look at that. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's like you got all this darkness. And you see that rite of passage. I'm seeing somebody reach out their hands like, don't close on me. This isn't gonna close. This ain't got no door. Unless you want one to be there. That ain't got no door to it. It's saying you're right there. You're right there. So just accept it. You sitting there. Here's the problem. You sitting there staring at the door saying, well, I don't know if I can go through. Why? Ain't no guards at this door. Ain't no guards over here. There's no gate. So ain't no gatekeeping. This is wide open. It ain't a slim opening either. That's a big bitch. That's a big bitch. You can mosey your way on through. Okay? You will have achievement, success, and the rite of passage. Alright? I'm being lighthearted on that one because, give yourself a break, Inhale. Slowly exhale. You good. You good. God is good, man. Alright, and so the next Aboriginal card we have is creativity. You're a creative person. I'm seeing the color orange, heavy. I'm picking up you might be born in June, you might be a Cancerian, or a Gemini. Either way, I'm picking up more so Cancerian. You might be a Cancer, but the sacral chakra is all about creativity. That sexual energy is about creativity. I'm seeing a sex worker walking the street. It's like okay. Okay, this is a side note for somebody. Wow. This sex worker. Oh, because spirit is like, oh, because you want to know so bad. But there's going to be other full circles that's going to hit with this. This sex worker I'm just now picking up on. When I tell you your enemies are gonna get hit with some shit, listen to me very carefully. Listen to me don't listen to me carefully. Listen to me preciously. Okay? When I tell you your enemies are gonna get it or have gotten it and you just haven't seen it, it's inevitable for them. The way your achievement is inevitable for you is the way their downfall is inevitable for them. This person is a sex worker now, where they used to, I heard they used to be famous. I'm picking up for some people, this person used to be either TikTok or some sort of social media famous, but I'm picking up TikTok famous. Okay, I don't know who this person is, or could have been on the brink of TikTok famous, or wanted to be TikTok famous. That one resonates harder. That one resonates the hardest. This person wanted to be TikTok famous. They wanted to take all of your... This kind of pissing me off, to be honest. They wanted to take your creativity. They wanted to take your ideas as they've been spying on you, and they wanted to I'm hearing resolution. They wanted to use all of your shit and speak it as if it was their advice to give and be TikTok famous. Bitch, you bugging, okay? Because now this person is a prostitute, okay? Now listen, it's not to say, I now some of y'all, I just heard somebody rock back and forth and clap. I ain't judging you. I'd be celebrating too if that's the case. But to anybody who is a sex worker currently, there is no shame against you. Judgment is one thing, shame is another. There's no shame and guilt on you. But the ironic thing is that this person, this is a female. This person tried to spread rumors about you, saying that you were a sex worker, and that's how you were getting your money. And they were hoping and trying to send people in your direction for you to be a sex worker during the times you were down and out on your luck, down and out on your finances. Okay? And now that's exactly where they are. Where they said you were is exactly where they are now. And I am picking up on a tragic death. If you hear about it, you're going to feel your feels. But just know, God don't play about you. That's the truth. God has given you very precious gifts. You understand the difference between talking and speaking. You take your messages and you take your love and you take your gifts and you take your creativity very seriously. Whatever craft you have, whatever skill and talent you have, you take it very seriously. Okay? So continue to take it seriously, but also be lighthearted. Have some balance. Enjoy yourself. Find passion and joy in what you do. Again, so whoever I'm picking up on, or this is for anybody, find balance within your sacral chakra. Okay? And with the Work Your Light card, is on top of the creativity is deep replenishment. Okay, retreat, rest, be healed. While you're in your stillness and you're working on your childhood self, find joy. When you meditate, you don't have to sit up. This is what I'm picking up. Not like I said, I'm not telling you what to do. While you're meditating, lay down. Burn some sage, open up the window. Do this when it's sunny out. I keep picking up on the sun. Do this while it's sunny out. If it's warm where you are, do this in your backyard. If not, then just open the blinds so that the sun can come in. Keep it nice, calm, peaceful, and relaxed in your room or wherever you meditate. Connect with your childhood self and try to remember all the things that were just things that made you laugh. Lay down and fucking laugh out of the blue. Start to remember some of the things that you did. I'm picking up on a little prankster. I'm picking up on a little boy who was just always fucking with his family, man, or wherever you were. I'm also picking up, wow, you're strong, you're powerful. Whoa, you're powerful. Whoever I'm picking up on, because I'm picking up on somebody very specific again. You were a foster child. You were a foster child. You went into foster care when you were 10. Thankfully, this was not the worst foster home to be in, but boy, was it rough. You still found a way to spread joy to your foster siblings. You still found a way to have a huge heart. And there's so many times you could have lost it. I'm picking up, there was a few times you almost lost your life. Some about getting hit by a car and you wasn't in the car, but you were getting almost hit by a car. Wow, you're powerful, man. So shout out to you, man. But for the general collective, meditate, get yourself in a really comfortable position and have fun when you go and talk to your childhood self. Envision the color orange all around you. Be creative. Understand what it's like to have your innocence again. Understand, and I'm picking up somebody's crying on that one. Peace and love to you. Wow. Go back to the memories. Go back to understanding why you do what you do. You taking yourself so seriously for so long. You forgot what you fucking draw for. You forgot what you did your music for. You forgot what you did all that stuff for. Hey, oh, I'm proud of you guys, man. I love you guys. Hey. All right, so we're gonna go to the next Aboriginal card, Earth Sun. I knew this was gonna be a long video. I knew I was gonna hit at least an hour, and I ain't even bust out those other two decks yet. Earth Sun. In this deck, the Earth Sun means confidence. It means that you have no fears, okay? And that you do your best to stay away from people who have pity parties and shit. But there is a small level of resistance. There is a small level of like a what if, or is it going to be good enough? You know, I'm hearing the word tedious. You're a little too tedious with your work. Enjoy the ideas before they become a blueprint. See, I remember I took architect class when I was 15, because originally I wanted to be an architect. Before I did anything else, before all these other creative things took over, I wanted to be an architect, and I was so good at it. And before we drew the actual blueprint of something, or before we did like the actual measurements and all that, we would free draw it first. And sometimes we would trace it, in which was meant to be sloppy. When you draw something, you do it with pencil, a lot of times things are going to be a little off and lopsided and stuff like that. That's okay. That's fun. That's you navigating. That's you learning. That's you creating. That's you just exploring and just doing you, just be an artist. Have fun. Do your measurements and make your eraser marks and all of that later. Okay? You know you're going to get to it. All right? Why do you do your music? Why do you do your poetry? I'm picking up on somebody likes to do aromatherapy and candles. This is not the first time I picked up on somebody doing this. Why do you make candles? Why do you care about aromatherapy? Like, do you remember as a kid, literally smelling the roses, or like just smelling things? I'm seeing as a little girl, you used to just go and smell things. You always put something to your nose, even if you knew it was going to smell nasty. That was just your thing. Smell, your sense of smell. You might have a clairscent. I don't know if there's a better word for that. But you can smell things from a distance. Gift and a curse, baby. That's a rough one. I know, like, my clairscent is there, but not as powerful as some people's. People can smell lies. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that might be you, or you might be afraid that that's how far your clairscent is gonna go, and it could. But either way, you have confidence. You may say to yourself, "Oh, I'm not confident," or "I don't feel confident right now." That confidence is there. That's why the achievement card is in the upright, because you know for a fact you're going to achieve. You know it. That's the thing. You know it. And so the fact that you know it and you stand on that speaks to confidence. Because when you're hopeful, you believe. But when you're confident, you know. And you are confident, and so you know. But in the reverse, you have dance with life. It says, do something to change your energy. So it's very simple. What do you do? If you want change, what are you doing and what are you willing to do to make a change within yourself, and then watch that ripple effect in your reality? Because you know for a fact you're not here to change nobody, are you? Is that something that you have been trying to stick to? Is changing other people? Because that's what I had to learn for myself. I had to learn that, despite all the betrayal and hurt that I went through, that I still had love for people. But my problem was my approach. and that, oh, okay, well, let me find a way to change people outside of myself so that people can just kind of move out of my way, and then I'll have a clear path to walk down. No, I had to learn to change myself from the inside out and watch it ripple effect. I'm not here to change nobody. I had to learn that some time ago. And your childhood self may be latched on to that idea that, okay, I got to change the world. So that means if I'm trying to change the world, that I change other people. No, the thing is, we have to, within our stillness, discover that we are our own world. We are the world. And so we have to be the change. Like I said, we here as leaders, we lead by example. It doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it big stage or not. Not all of you are down for that. Some of you like to stay in the background, and that's cool, but you're still a leader. You're still a leader regardless. Okay? So you have to make the changes within yourself first in order for you to lead by that example, because you have to understand those changes. Okay? Make the necessary changes. All right? And also in the reverse of the work your light card is I never knew how to pronounce this damn word. I so bad want to say niggle, or is it nigel? It sure as shit ain't nigele. Okay, trust the nigel. What is the niggling or niggling feeling trying to tell you? I'm gonna use the word nagging because I can never understand that word. This was in the reverse. What I'm gonna look that up first. I'm very I want to make sure that if I change it to nag, that it's going to be the same thing. Nigel. Niggle. Oh, I was right. It's niggle. Cause slight but persistent annoyance, discomfort, or anxiety. Ah, you stubborn prick. You're stubborn. Being the fact that this was upright, I knew it. I was right. So nagging. You know, what's nagging at you? What's annoying you? What's getting on your fucking nerves? Okay? So here's the thing. Here's what I'm picking up on. Whoever I'm picking up on, this is a collective. This is general. As we continue to go through our spiritual path, we get to a point where we learn to control our emotions, and we learn to, as best as we can, balance our emotions with our logic. And so some of us used to have like crazy outbursts or have mental illness or whatever the case, right? Excuse me. And so it's gotten to the point where it's like, oh, okay, well, nothing bothers me anymore. I'm only about love and light. It's all about love and light, love and light. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Nothing bothers me. Nothing pisses me off. But you be feeling it, though. You be feeling it. You be feeling it when something is pissing you off. There's something that's nagging. I'm seeing another thorn. I'm seeing another thorn. It's somewhere in your lower chakras. They won't show me, but I'm seeing it in my back. Like it's doing this. Like it won't show me where it is. It's like you don't want to admit that that shit's getting on your nerves. Or you don't want to admit that there's something or some things in particular that bothers you so bad. Here's some advice for that. This isn't about defending your character. This is just about getting to the truth. And when you're in your stillness, when you decide to go in, there's something that you've been holding on to past life wise. There's something that bothers you or has bothered you, and you don't understand why. I'm picking up on LGBTQ. You can be part of the LGBT, or you have a sister or a brother. You have somebody in your family who's part of the LGBTQ, and you love them very much. You just don't agree with that shit. You really just don't. It's like you see them and they're all flamboyant and rainbow this and rainbow that, and you'll always love them unconditionally. But you tried to really like sweep that under the rug, how you felt about that. But now that you're by yourself, you're isolating yourself, you're in hermit mode, or however you're working that, you got to go inside yourself and not to say, oh, well, I'm not that type of person to discriminate or whatever, but there's something bothering you about it. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You just got to find it so that you can pull that thorn out. All right? And I got 2 more cards. I got the transformation card. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Listen, your healing is going to happen regardless. I got this next to the problem pile. Your healing is happening regardless. Your throne is there. Okay? Whether you want to sit on it or not sometimes. Okay? And then with that, it says Lemuria or Lumeria, however you pronounce it best. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Bro, it's happening regardless. It's just about a matter of accepting it or not. Okay? That's it. I'll pull out 1 card to wrap this all up, because this is over an hour now. I appreciate you guys. I thank you in advance for your patience. I'm going to split this deck in half because I already shuffled. I did. Joy. All in all, pump yourself with joy. And you do that by tapping into your childhood self and getting back to that pure heart space, deeper Christ consciousness. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to practice it. You got to study it, all right? Trust me when I say I'm talking to myself too here, because there's just so much to know. There's so much to study. There's so much to look up. There's so much to it all. Be patient, be gentle, be kind, have fun. Bro, enjoy your life. Think about it this way, and I'm going to leave you with this. Your windfall could be $1 million and a set of truths of family secrets, right? Ah, that's perfect on the bottom of that deck. I have to read both of these. All right, Spirit is got. Wow, holy shit. Okay. Fuck. These cards are serious. These cards are powerful. They're probably the most powerful cards out of all of them. If you think that windfall is a gift, remember your breath was the original gift. Your beautiful body, though we are souls having human experiences and it feels like we're trapped to an extent, there's a level of entrapment, but we didn't sign up for anything that we couldn't handle. Unlock it all. Unlock it. Okay? Remember your original gifts first and the feeling of joy you had when you were able to first tap into it and practice it and have fun with it. Tap back into that. Okay? Because when it says wait for synchronicity, please, please, please work on yourself. Okay? Don't keep delaying your shit. And these cards are so powerful. I'm seeing higher self. Okay, that's speaking to you. I am eternal. And rewrite the past on the bottom of the deck. Let go of your traumas, whatever they look like. You are already successful. You just have to accept the realization of it. You don't see it. You haven't realized it. Okay? Because you haven't accepted the realization. Go back to what you thought success felt like. What did you want to do with your money? Hand it out to homeless people. All right. Build your own restaurant. Write your own books. Have your own freedom. Have your own schedule. Okay. Feel that feeling again. And enjoy that feeling. And continue to take your beautiful visions along with it. All right. This was a long read. It's 11155. As I just said that, pay attention to synchronicities. You guys, please, you're doing so good. Continue to love yourself. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Don't let nothing take your joy away from you, specifically your own worries. Okay? Celebrity deathmatch. Your worries versus whatever other word I was using because I'm so fucking tired. Your joy. Okay? Your worries versus your joy shouldn't even be a thing. Alright? Alright, so I'm going to be seeing you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you want a personal reading, please let me know. You can hit me up at Krista and Laura, the Oracle @gmail.com. If you want a past life reading, hit me up for there. If you would like a vent session to which you can hit me up and just get some shit off of your chest. Okay. You can also book a session with me doing that as well. Be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself, and I love you very much. Please stay tuned to my Patreon. Please stay tuned to my YouTube. And I got a lot more stuff coming. Okay, I'm putting in work too, and I pray for you guys that you continue to put in work and stay blessed. All right, I love you. Peace.